Spring is here, and so are mosquitoes. As people spend more time outdoors, it's common to see the pesky insects out and about, but in addition to them being a nuisance, they are also a public health concern. The Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District is here to let us know how we can stay safe in the months ahead. Here to help us fight the bite with her helpful tips is their public information officer. We have Luz Maria Robles. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
it's a pleasure.
We're excited to have you back.
Thank you. I can't believe it's that time of the year again, right?
It's that time of the year. So where do mosquitoes breed, and are there different types of mosquitoes, Luz?
Yes, there are many different types of mosquitoes. Actually, in our area, we have about 24 different species of mosquitoes that come out at different times of the year. And of course, you know, their commonality is that they all need stagnant water, which is where they breed. This year, we've had a record amount of rain. It's going to be a busy mosquito season because there are so many sources of stagnant water everywhere. So, you know, that's something that we're concerned about. We really want people to do their part and help us out by looking around their yard and dumping out that stagnant water.
And you mentioned stagnant water, and we have some here. So tell us what we have here, and I understand this is a little different too.
Yes, exactly. So I always like to bring the mosquito life cycle. A lot of people don't know that mosquitoes breed in water. They look very different as they mature mosquitoes. So they go through different stages. So first an egg, then there are larvae, the little wiggly ones that you see here, then the pupae, which is like a mosquito cocoon, and then from there the adults emerge. So this whole life cycle depends on temperature. The hotter it is, the quicker they will complete their life cycle. In the peak of summer, anywhere from 7 to 10 days is what it takes to go from an egg to an adult mosquito.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, one female can lay between 50 to 200 eggs at a time, 3 times a week. So that explains why we have so many mosquitoes.
Yeah, okay. And why should viewers be concerned about mosquitoes? Obviously, they're already a nuisance. We don't like getting bit by them.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, they're definitely more than a nuisance. They spread very dangerous, debilitating diseases. The one that we're most concerned about is West Nile virus. That's a disease that's here to stay. Last year in California, there were 200 human cases, including 13 fatalities. So it's a virus that we're doing a lot of surveillance for, monitoring, and that we're concerned about.
All right, and speaking of West Nile virus, what are some of the symptoms so if people might have it, they can be aware ahead of time?
Yes, so 80% of the people don't get any symptoms, but 20% of people develop headaches, fever, nausea, fatigue, swollen lymph nodes, pain in their body. And it's, you know, those are symptoms that are very similar to other diseases. So it's very important that if you have spent a considerable amount of time outside and you start to feel these symptoms, that you go to your doctor and you can actually get tested with a blood exam for West Nile virus, and that's how it's diagnosed.
All right, good to know. And what are invasive mosquitoes, and how are these different than native mosquitoes?
Yes. So invasive mosquitoes are actually a new species of mosquitoes. There's two types that have been making their way into our region. So these are actually aggressive day-biting mosquitoes. Our native mosquitoes typically tend to bite between like at dawn and dusk, whereas these prefer to bite people. They usually bite around the ankles, the leg area. They prefer to bite people, and they're aggressive day-biting mosquitoes. Also, what makes them so difficult is that they actually lay their eggs along the sides of containers, not necessarily on stagnant water. They can even breed in as little as a teaspoon of water.
Oh, wow.
So they like, you know, hidden sources in your yard, even small areas that you wouldn't even notice that, you know, that they might be breeding there.
Okay, you mentioned the ones that bite around the ankles. I've definitely been bitten by those. So what can residents do around their home to prevent mosquitoes?
So the most important thing that they can do is, you know, look around their yard and drain any stagnant water that they might have in plant saucers, buckets, containers, you know, a kiddie pool, a bird bath, anything that holds water for more than a few days can and will become a mosquito breeding source. With the invasive mosquitoes, also scrubbing out containers, so, you know, to ensure that you get rid of the eggs, because their eggs can actually be dormant for up to 6 months. So that's what makes them so difficult to control. So even the small sources, looking around your yard, because we want people to, you know, enjoy their backyard, be able to spend time outside without being eaten alive by the mosquitoes.
Yes, and other ways of prevention, you have some products over here too.
Yes, exactly. So personal protection, you know, is one that we always recommend. So putting on an effective mosquito repellent, considering the activity that you're going to be doing. So most repellents have either DEET or picaridin. So look at the label. So if something has like a 30% amount of DEET, that means that it's going to give you longer protection than something that has maybe like a 7 or 15% DEET. So if you're going to be spending lots of time outdoors, something with a higher percentage is always best. Not necessarily a brand. but you know, the activity that you're going to be doing. And then if you're looking for something natural, then oil of lemon eucalyptus is probably your best alternative for people that don't want, you know, DEET or picaridin.
Okay, it's good to know that there's a natural alternative. And
Yes.
you're with the Sacramento YOLO Mosquito and Vector Control District. What services does the agency provide?
So we are the local agency charged with protecting residents from mosquito-transmitted diseases. So we offer a variety of services. We have our fish here.
Yes.
So these are mosquito fish that we will bring out to you for free. If you have a pond, a fountain, a watering trough, we put them in different areas where mosquitoes might develop. So we offer the free fish, a free home inspection. If you're being bothered by mosquitoes, please give us a call. We definitely want to know about that. We can come out, do a free inspection, provide recommendations on how to get rid of mosquitoes around your yard. We also offer free presentations and also free mosquito repellent wipes. So for anybody that, you know, is having an outdoor evening event, we know we work closely with a lot of elected officials for, you know, whenever they're having their movies in the park, concerts in the park. But if you're a homeless agency that serves homeless residents, we can provide that mosquito repellent free of charge, or for, say, a Girl Scout or Boy Scout troop.
Okay, a lot of helpful services for residents. And okay, you said these guys over here will eat the mosquitoes.
Yes, exactly. So they will eat the immature stages of the mosquitoes, so the ones that are developing in the water. Each fish can eat between 200 to 300 larvae per day. So they're very effective at helping us control mosquitoes naturally.
All right. Oh, I'm sorry to these little guys over here, but these guys are doing their job.
Yes, exactly. We love the fish.
Yes, we love the fish. And what are the district Ds of mosquito prevention?
Yes. So as we kind of go into the spring and the summer months ahead, please remember the Ds. So drain that water. That's probably the most important D, right? So drain, drain, drain. I can't emphasize that enough. You know, dawn and dusk, those are the times that most people like to spend time outdoors, but also when mosquitoes bite the most. Dress protectively in long sleeves and pants.
Yeah.
Defend yourself with mosquito repellent. Close the D for door. And then the D in district, give us a call. We're here to help.
There we go. All right. Always a pleasure. We're going to beat these mosquitoes over here loose. Always a pleasure having you on.
Thank you so much.
You bet. And to find out more, visit fightthebite.net. This week on